Hello and welcome to another update video about HBAR. The HBAR chart has not really moved much since the last update, and the price is consolidating around that 11 cent mark, which is sort of a next resistance level, and we talk about the different wave counts now. So first of all, we need to understand that both structures I show you are at least short-term bullish. They are, however, not the cleanest ones, and they are not great because they are not impulsive. So that is already a very important finding, because it means we have to prepare ourselves for wave count changes, adjustments, pullbacks where we don't expect them, stuff like that. Why? Because it's either a massive ABC structure that's unfolding here in the white count, A, B, C, which could then again turn into a larger A, B, C, or it's the yellow count, which however would have to be a diagonal 1, 2, and then A, B, C in wave 3, 4, A, B, C in wave 5. Two wave counts, both consist of corrective subwave structures. You often find that if we're dealing with corrective structures and then it could be a correction or it could be a diagonal, okay? So it's not impulsive, and that's always a bit of a, it's reason enough to be on the side of caution there. So we've got that scenario, and then obviously what we need to now understand is, okay, for each of these scenarios, what are the important resistance levels? Now, if we're dealing with an ABC structure here in white, then the 11.3 cent level is the first relevant resistance, actually quite an important target, because the C wave oftentimes reaches the 100% extension of the A wave, and it's done that at 11.3 cents, which means now we just have to mentally prepare ourselves for a pullback in wave B. I cannot promise you it will happen, because we have no indication a top is in place, and also the yellow count could work out, which is more bullish in the short term. But if we get a deeper pullback, then this could be our B wave there in white. Now, if we see a B wave in white, it could be a pullback that might get into the region of the previous wave 4 low here, around 6.7 cents. It's also important to understand a make or break point. So what's the make or break point for the white count? Which means, when do we have bullish potential invalidated? Well, I mean, the formal invalidation point is, it has to be here. So it would be the wave 2 low, and that is down there at 4.5 cents. Now that's invalidation. You don't normally want to wait that long, to get invalidation confirmed or anything. But it's we have to accept that the B wave could be deep. Ideally, it doesn't even go down that much, but I will offer an additional support area once we have a confirmed top in place here, which is not yet the case. All we see is consolidation below that 100% extension level. So what happens if we push higher? So at the moment, it seems like HBAR might want to push a little higher. Next levels are 14.5 cents and then 16.8. This would also still be relevant for a C wave, absolutely, in white, wave C of A. But also, if we push higher, it would also allow for the, let me just double check something. Yeah, it would allow for the yellow count to play out. In the yellow count, I would ideally like to see the price get to the 16.8 cent level or higher, because that's the 1.38 extension. That's an ideal target for a third wave. Better even a little higher, possibly to 21.6 cents or even 32.2 cents. Yeah. But none of that would rule out the white count. Okay, maybe the subdivisions would change. Is that it could always turn into a larger ABC. Okay, so we're going to be stuck with both of them. Just have to consider, when we're defining pullback areas, support areas, we have to consider them both. That's a bit of a problem there. But for now, the trend is up. And in the short term, what is the support area we would use in the short term? Well, let's zoom in a little bit. If you're looking for micro support, that is a little bit challenging, because the chart really doesn't offer a very clear short-term wave count there. But I think what we can possibly identify a 5-wave move up from the 23rd of January low. which means I have to use the 78.6 retracement level as support. There's really no other support I can offer. So I mean, it's this range, right? But it's not, because I don't have a very good visibility of the microstructure. I'm not going to put a micro count on here, but I think there could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It can still get a few squiggles higher, but if there's a pullback, it takes a break below 7.5 cents to suggest that wave B in white has started. Okay, so that's sort of, but you know, once we have the top, I can add some kind of a support area. But yeah, for now, the trend is up here for HBAR. I think it should push a little higher. If it breaks above this week's high, it should push to 14.48 cents. That's the next level to watch. 16.8. That would be what I would really like to see for the yellow count minimally, or let's say ideally. Okay, the formal minimum target for wave 3 in yellow is the 1.236 extension, but I wouldn't really trust it then. So it's better 16.8 cents or higher. Yeah, so it's looking good. Then looking at the daily time frame, you see this consensus higher, and the idea is that what we're dealing with here in the yellow count could be a larger wave 1 that could form 5 waves in a leading diagonal. Then we could still get a wave 2 afterwards. Okay, so 1, 2, but it would be a more aggressive count. Do I believe it? We'll see. I don't really believe it. From a target point of view, I would not really want to go out further than this wave 1. Yeah. Anything up there, I mean, sometimes people see this and say, oh, you've put a target here. I mean, this is a projection long term. You cannot really believe these because altcoins often fail before, okay? So what we should really be focusing on is this initial 5-wave move up. And if we talk about targets, I mean, I would not rule out here 32 to 61 cents for this wave 1. And then we will have to see, okay, does this wave 2 fill in? And if we hold support, okay, what's the target for that third wave? And then we can work on that. Okay, that's my update about HBAR. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.